U.S. military service has a long and distinguished history, and the men and women who have filled the ranks have served with honor. Their knowledge and experience are invaluable, and the Army National Guard has an opportunity for those who have had a break in service but still feel the need to answer the call. The Prior Service Army Integration Course, conducted by the Army National Guard Warrior Training Battalion, prepares non-active veterans from all branches for part-time service with their home state's Army National Guard.
If you want a chance to continue serving, if you had a break in service for 5 years or more and you realize that, hey, I'd like to continue to serve my community and my country, then we train a 5-week course here that will allow you to do just that.
We're taking people from the prior service to come back in an accelerated, kind of like a basic training, a 5-week program to give them a refresher of the military level 1 tasks, but also developing them into leaders to have them ready for their units when they go back home.
It allows soldiers who have served before to come into the service faster and use their experience almost instantaneously. It's an interesting challenge. We have to deal with the amalgamation of different experiences, customs, courtesies.
The 5-week course focuses on the knowledge and skills prior service members will need as Army National Guard soldiers. Students can expect to receive instruction in marksmanship, physical readiness, and fieldcraft, among other areas of training. The course also helps them understand how their former experiences can set them up as leaders in their new units.
A lot of our regular Army or active duty counterparts don't really understand what it's like to be an M-Day soldier, so a part-time soldier. So they'll be exposed to a bunch of different opportunities on the part-time side.
The beauty in seeing this program come into fruition is their levels of learning and what they have to bring. A lot of them have been in those leadership roles, so them providing that guidance to the younger enlisted has been something great to see.
There's a lot of seasoned individuals. They know what they've seen from their previous components, whether it's Army, Navy, Coast Guard, or Air Force. So if you're a good supervisor and you know what you're doing, you kind of know the ropes. So it's an invaluable skill set for the Army National Guard to have.
I think that bringing all of this knowledge and all of this experience that all of my classmates have from each of the different branches will help the Army National Guard's mission by providing those different points of view where we're not all going to look at the problem the exact same way because we weren't all trained the exact same way.
I've learned stuff that I've never knew about other branches. There's a lot of knowledge coming back in. We have a lot of officers, a lot of tenured people. I mean, it's a great opportunity, especially for the military, bringing in all that knowledge that you're not going to get from people coming right out of basic with no prior experience.
The cadre of the Prior Service Army Integration Course is committed to respecting the students' previous time in the military, as well as their time and commitments in their civilian lives.
It allows the National Guard to capitalize on a population that does not have the time to go through a traditional basic and AIT.
I think the biggest benefit of doing PSAC was the timeline. It's difficult being a National Guardsman with a demanding civilian job to take 10 weeks off, and this 5-week program is accelerated for the people who are ready to take it on.
The way the cadre, puts their self out there with us on every ruck march we do, every FTX, every PT session, they're right there with us doing the same thing. We're treated as adults. They treat us by our rank. It really makes you, have that camaraderie back. I think that's why a lot of us have come back, because we've missed that camaraderie.
Camaraderie, service to community and country, once again being part of something bigger than themselves. That is what brought these soldiers to the Prior Service Army Integration Course.
I still wanted to serve, still wanted to do things that matter. I knew I still had something to give my country. And I wanted to do it at a level where I could really engage at the tactical level of the service. So that's why I joined the National Guard.
My career in the Navy had reached a point where I was no longer really enjoying what I was doing, and I wanted to get back to the things that I enjoyed about the military in the first place, which was that small unit leadership and being and doing with the people on the ground.
I didn't feel that my service I didn't do everything I could. The Army gave me a new set of challenges to overcome, and I'm always up for a challenge.
When I put the uniform back on, it was good. I felt like I was back home.
Contact your local recruiter for eligibility requirements and the most up-to-date information about the next scheduled Prior Service Army Integration Course.